Okay, next one is statement. Water table in most parts of the state has gone down to such a level that its extraction for irrigation purposes is not economical anymore. Courses of action are: number 1. Extraction of groundwater for any purpose in the state should be banned for some time in order to replenish the water table. Number 2. The government should make provisions for alternative methods of irrigation so that the farmers are not compelled to use groundwater.
Baba, let me read the question again, which says, water table in most parts of the state has gone down to such a level that its extraction for irrigation purposes is not economical anymore. I'm not getting this, sir. Please help.
Don't worry, Vidya. I will help you out. See, course of action 1 is invalid and course of action 2 is valid. There are several problems with the first course of action. In India, groundwater is the main source of drinking water for the common man. If extraction of groundwater is banned for any and therefore all purposes for even a few days, the effect will be disastrous. And it will not solve the original problem either. This is because the water table cannot replenish itself in just a few days. Thus, course of action 1 will create a new problem without solving the first one. But course of action 2 is valid because, as we have already learnt, the welfare of the people is the government's responsibility. Here, the main assumption is that irrigation water is mainly groundwater and that farmers cannot ignore irrigation just because there is a ban on groundwater use. Thus, during the course of the ban, they will look for alternative sources of water for irrigation. And if they did not find such a source, say a tank or a river or canal, they would be forced to use groundwater in violation of the ban. It is because of this that the government being urged to make provisions for alternative methods of irrigation. Option 2 is the right choice. Okay, Vidya?
Yes, sir. I understood.
Next question is, statement is, a university librarian reported increased cases of theft of books from the library. Courses of action are: number 1. Stricter security arrangements should be put in place in order to prevent such incidents. Number 2. All the students in the university should be made to pay a hefty fine in order to replace the lost books.
Baba, course 1 is valid because stricter security arrangements would be in place under the assumption that they will have a deterring effect on the problem of theft of books from the library. But course 2 is invalid because we cannot reasonably assume that all the university students are involved in the theft of books, and penalizing students does not directly address the problem. There is no guarantee that the thefts would stop after fines have been imposed. Option 1 is the right choice. Is it correct, sir?